What is medical noncompliance? Medical noncompliance is when a person refuses to take medication that is prescribed to them by their doctor. A person may also refuse to go to the doctor's appointments. Researchers have stated that there are 3 levels of medication noncompliance: mild noncompliance, moderate noncompliance, and severe noncompliance. Mild medication noncompliance is not as severe. In this type of noncompliance, the patient takes most of their medication but misses 1 or 2 of their prescriptions. They also do not regularly see the doctor and may not have, in fact, seen their regular doctor in the last 2 years. The client is also late for some of their appointments. A person with moderate compliance does not take their medications on a regular basis, and in fact, their medication schedule is usually very erratic. They also forget to make their appointments and forget the appointments they made. Finally, someone who has severe medication noncompliance will not take any of their medications and misses many of their appointments. If they make it to their appointment, they never listen to their doctor when they are told to take their medicines. Finally, because the patient refuses to let the physician monitor their disease and refuses to take their medications, their disease only gets much worse. What are some reasons for noncompliance? Patients who do not take their medications really do not understand the importance of regularly taking their medications. They also do not understand why they are taking a certain medication, and that the medical jargon given by their doctor is totally confusing. Therefore, they think, if I miss my medications, what harm will it do? Another reason for noncompliance is that they have too many medications, and as a result, they become overwhelmed and therefore stop taking all their medications. In addition, people with medical conditions such as dementia often have trouble taking their medications. Other cognitive and behavioral impairments can also cause the patient to forget to take these medicines. Physical impairments such as visual, hearing impairments may affect a person reading a pill bottle or understanding what the doctor is saying about the medication. Mobility and dexterity issues in patients may also affect individuals opening their child-proof pill bottles or being able to get access to their medications in their own homes. Another reason for incompliance is because they may be under the influence of drugs and alcohol, and therefore do not want an interaction between the drugs and the alcohol. The cost of prescription drugs is another reason why patients are non-compliant. Since some people cannot afford these medications, then they will never fill their prescriptions. Many times the non-compliance may be simple or simply not have a ride to pick up the medications. Finally, many patients do not trust that the doctor has their best interests at heart. Instead, they believe that the physician only cares about prescribing more pills to make their pill quota. These clients also believe that the physicians only care about making money and giving them lots of medications, and really does not care about them or their health. What are the risks involved in noncompliance? If you do not take your required medications, then you run the risk of your disease progressing more than it should. In many cases, you run the risk of irreversible damage, especially if you're taking drugs for the heart. You also run the risk of having another heart attack or other health complication if you're not taking your heart medication. Also, people with high cholesterol who do not take their statins can have severe blockages to the heart. When a client is non-compliant with their medications, there's a good chance that they will never get over their illness. Thus, they will become much sicker than they were before. They may even die from their illness. If they have an injury, it will also not get better if they do not take the required medication. As a result, they may injure themselves more, and therefore it will never heal. Also, people with schizophrenia, dementia, and Alzheimer's who do not take their medications will have symptoms that get so worse over time that eventually the person will be unable to function. As a result, they may do dangerous things and thus endanger the lives of others. What are some strategies to address noncompliance in your clients? If you expect that a client is experiencing medical noncompliance, ask your client if you're having any issues taking the medication as prescribed. Ross states that the best way to do this is by asking them how many days they have missed taking their medication and what prevents them from taking their medicines. Asking open-ended questions and non-judgmental questions such as, how can I help you regularly take your medicines, will help you and your client to come up with solutions to these challenges. One way to address noncompliance in patients is to simplify the medications they take. This can be done by using once-a-day dosing or combination tablets and providing pill bottles to your patients. Creating a schedule and a routine, such as taking medications when brushing your teeth, can help your clients remember to take their medicines. App reminders and a computerized tracking system for prescription refills can also be very useful. If the reason that they are non-compliant is because they forget to take their medication, then perhaps a family member can remind them to take their medicines. If they do not have transportation to get their medication, then home delivery could be an option for them, or a family member could pick them up for them. Many times it's the support of others in their lives that will improve their medication compliance. However, the most important thing, according to Klimler, is to make sure that the client is actively involved in the decision-making process regarding the medication they are taking. Together with your client, monitor the taking of your medicines and look for ways to improve their medication management.